Back again. I needed to clean the lens. So I'm about to test start the kart engine once more, but before that I'll show you my beautiful work of making a gear selector shaft. Not the shaft, but yeah, I don't know the name. I can show you right here anyway. I got some pictures when milling it. This one. It's a homemade one, very rigid. And well, if you're hard on shifting, this won't be the one that's breaking. How to set up this one then? I'll make like a shaft from this out like 5 centimeters. Yeah, somewhere in that region. And then a uniball, or we'll call it linkage, down to the pedal that's sitting somewhere in this region. But I don't know, I might set the pin foot pegs a little bit further back as I've stretched the bike forward and backwards. I'll see what the seat position is like when I receive. Fuck! Someone's thinking of me. Yeah, you heard me, and you heard it. When I started the kart engine, it was somewhat lean, so I had to pull the choke to get some fuel into it, so it had some throttle response. Later on, I made a restart. I cut away some video and made a restart, and by that I have screwed up the meteringrod a couple of turns, 3 or 4 turns actually, and it resulted in this. I don't know if you can see it. The meteringrod is, let's see, the meteringrod came out of its hole and locked the throttle throttle in full position. So I need to fix that. No biggie. I just thought I'd show you how to cheaply test what needle you might buy later on from Lectron when you got a profile you think you're good with. Because it isn't that cheap to buy 10-12 needles before you are into the area where you should be. Because this carburetor, I promise, Lectron doesn't have any info at all how to set up and what base meteringrod needle, I'm calling it needle in Sweden, but it is called meteringrod in UK and other countries, states. So when I say needle, I'm meaning meteringrod. And this is just a cheap farmer trick. I'm cleaning the bench as we're talking at the same time. I just grind on the needle. I know about in what area it doesn't. Full throttle, I think it's quite good. But at, not good, but it's close. As when I pulled it hard a couple of times, it actually got fuel and then had some response. But coming from idle and lifting and throttle it, it bogged out. So it needs some more early on the throttle movement. Just a little bit on the idle, and earlier on we need some. So I'll set up the camera and start fiddling around with the carburetor. I'll pause a little bit while I'm cleaning the bench. Yes, I've been setting up a little bit. This one I can get rid of. My attempt of getting the choke to work. This one. I got a sandpaper, emery cloth, emery roll, I don't know. And I need to get the, before I'm doing anything wrong, I need to get the needle inside the bore again, right there. And now I need to mark up where. I can see the needle is now about, oh, it's too big, I'm trying to measure where the throttle is positioned. Then I can measure about 2 millimeter. This one is welding rod is 2 millimeter. Yes, actually 1.9 I would say. I'm lifting the throttle very little now. Maybe 2/10 of a meter. Let's say this is then 2.4, so say 2.1, 2.2 millimeters. So remember that, because I need to take out the needle. Man, I'm chasing those flies. When I'm working with this E85 fuel, it like kind of attracts flies. I got over there a lot of cans with soda cans. Probably I need to get rid of those. So let's just like this. This throttle wire was just junk anyway. I need some glasses. Back again. Now I'll measure total height. I need some paper. That wasn't any good. Good enough. Total height. Total height. It is for now, when pulled up way too far, it is now about 42.8 millimeter. 42.8. This is so I can put it back in the same spot. But I will not put it back in the same spot. I will put it back to about 44 millimeter or something like that. So this actually stays in the carburetor. Maybe some more, 45 millimeters, because there are some chamfering down there. So, and now I need to take this. I go by eye measuring now, eyeballing. This, I'm marking this up. I don't know if you can see, but this is about where the idling is now. And then I can measure what width of the needle I've got right there. It is 2.9 millimeters. I'll write that up. 2.9. It will need a little bit more on idle, and I want the needle to go downwards. Then I need a plier again. Let's remember this, 1.8 millimeter, 1.8 millimeter down on the rod. Now I'll turn it down to 45 millimeters. Somewhere I'll try to take 4 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's see where we are now. We are at 45.1 millimeter, like this. So now 1.8 millimeter, the new 1.8 millimeter, like there, further down there, needs that 2.9 millimeter. Now it's got man, 3 blank. It's just this caliper, it isn't exact, but 3.03 millimeter, 3.02. So I can take out the needle now and grind a little bit with this. And then, as you heard, it was somewhat lean early in the throttle movement. That, I would say, is right here somewhere. I get some more fuel at idle, but then I need some more fuel right here somewhere also, and then taper it down to nothing. So it will be like a banana shape now. And if you're looking at electron side, you can, all different electron needles, you can actually find there is some banana needles. So I'll take this out now, and let's count the turns now before it releases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 turns. Let's write that down also. 16 turns. Then I'm close. I will put it up to that 45 millimeters anyway. So now the hard part. I need to grind this. I need to be very careful. And yes, it is a flat surface, rounded on the back side and a flat surface right here. It won't be perfect, but it will be very close. So I'll concentrate now to get to 2.85 millimeters because I want a little bit more fuel at idle. I think the carburetor is flooding a little bit also. But it started to react better when I got some heat into it. I will turn the needle, the metering rod down a little bit. And I didn't need to cut that off. This one. The mistake I did, I didn't need to cut that off. Now this one I need to cut off. But it should be sitting over here where I need to modify the silencer. And then, but I'm waiting for the seat to arrive. So I'll pause a little bit and alter the metering rod a little bit. I'll turn it down. Yeah, let's turn it down about one turn only. I heard it was a little bit lean before the power jet kicked in. So I need to grind the needle metering rod a little bit thinner, more downwards on it. But it seems to have a lot more fuel now on small throttle openings. Yeah, let's try one more. I've turned down the metering rod, actually 1.5 turn. I like big changes, so I can feel what the F is happening, how it responds. Doing small changes, you might not see the response in the beginning. Some things I need to service that carburetor some more. Some things quite odd with it. I don't know. I don't know if the back leaning angle, I need to angle it more straight up. It's almost straight up now, but I don't know if electrons are made for leaning in that direction. they maybe want more like that direction, because you can see the puddle on the floor. That was just fuel pouring out when it stopped. It's idling almost good, and then it just yeah, well, whatever, I'll fix that, no issues.